Welcome back to today's video. We're in the garage again. And today we're going to be descrambling the Sportster. So my ultimate decision to finally do this is, first of all, I've been messing with this bike now for 3 years. Making it into a scrambler, trying to make it work, trying to get it to suit my needs. And finally now here recently with the last couple of trips, I've just kind of realized I'm ready for something that's a little more purpose driven. I've kind of made the bike to a point where it can do everything, but it can't do anything good. So I've made the judgment call that I'm just going to take it back to a more cruiser-friendly bike for me. I'm going to drop it down a little bit in the rear, maybe change up the exhaust again, just because I'm really enjoying creating exhausts for some reason. And I've got another cool idea for that. We're changing out the bars, maybe make a sissy bar, put the fender back down, probably do a little tidy kit underneath the tank, maybe even lift it a little bit. I think we're going to go for like a nice little baby chopper build, but I'm not going to hardtail it because my back can't take that. So we're just going to make this into a nice little simple cruiser again. I know a lot of people are going to hate that, but I think it'll work out a lot nicer in the long end, especially once I get around to purchasing a dedicated adventure bike, whatever that's going to be, and whenever that's going to be. Without wasting any more time, let's get to it. So this is my collection of all of the parts I saved from the bike, with the exception of this. So I have old ram horn handlebars. I got some new end plates actually that I'll probably modify. I picked these up at a yard sale. I have some original throttle tube and grips, and I might try to do a set of floorboards maybe. I don't know. Those are actually off another old bike. What else? Oh, I picked up a used exhaust. I'm pretty sure it came off of a Dyna, but I couldn't pass it off because I paid like 25 bucks for it. So I'm basically gonna use the angles coming out of the front and then try to use as much of the pipe coming underneath the bike as I can. I don't know if I'm gonna use the actual Screaming Eagle mufflers. Good morning. It is the next day. I've actually been working out in the garage for some time now. I kind of shut the camera off yesterday, went to dinner, and then I just never came back out. This morning I managed to extend the wires down and to the ignition, mounted that up to a cheap little bent piece of steel, and then I used another bracket, kind of just an elbow under there. There it is. You can kind of see it bolted on there. So it's literally just an L hanger and it bolts on right here, and it's pretty sturdy. I actually have a new one of these coming because I think this one's going bad, which explains some of my hot starts. So I can still use the factory wires, which is nice, and they're tucked up. I still have access to my choke. The petcock will be like right in here. I'm still working on some of the wire tuck, but I need to go get some new bolts like these because for some reason I thought it was a good idea to cut these off and then put them back in here just to cover, but now they're too short to run through the original foot pedal. The good thing is I don't have to do a new chain, so I can keep this one on, and it's actually, I could probably adjust that a little more, but it actually works good, so I can return the other chain I did buy, so that'll be some money recovered. But yeah, I did get online and buy a 4-over extension last night and some other hardware to lift the tank. But all in all, she's going back together. I need to extend the wiring for my horn now because it's not going all the way down, it's tucked up. And what else? I think that's about it. Oh, and obviously we still have the exhaust to eventually make, which we'll get there. So all in all, it's come together. I wouldn't say this is as hard as when I was building all the custom scrambler parts and taking things off and putting them on about 20, 30, 40 times. But now I'm just like going through the struggle of undoing everything I've done. I don't like wiring, but honestly, just extending wiring, 5, 6, 8 inches, it's not bad, really. So I think I'm in this bike now maybe like 10 hours, and after I get a few things put on, it'll come together pretty quick. So I'm gonna make a trip to the hardware store, buy some new bolts. All right, I just got home and Amazon actually made a delivery. So here are the cheap little tank lifts I bought. They should work fine. Just the metal and bolts. If I don't like the hardware, I can replace it. These are the 4-inch extensions that you just screw into the top and then push your forks down. Pretty simple. And here's my new bolts. It's nice alloy steel grade 8 bolts. And then something to keep me going. Cookies. Coke. Let's get to work. Alrighty, the tank lift is all on. Looks pretty nice. I got all the electrical done. Now I'm going to take some time and actually clean up this floor because there's stuff everywhere. So after that, I probably should start on the exhaust. I can't really go anywhere until that happens. The reason I can't use the other exhaust I made is because the downpipe goes right where this is. So that won't work. So I'm going to hack that one apart in the back and see what I can make out of it and figure out if I want to go back to duals. I have an idea maybe. We'll see. Alrighty, so this is where I'm kind of at. I think that this back pipe will actually work pretty good running along through here. I don't mind the wheel, I just have it holding that. As for the under pipe, I like running it under here and then I can bump it out and they can come out together. But the problem comes into place where, well, this will be moved up a little more, but up here, yeah, that will be interesting. So not really a problem. I'll probably just kind of flare this off, and then the actual pipe I'll probably steal from the old exhaust and run in there, extend it out, and then it'll go straight down under and then come back up. And then the nice thing about this now is I can actually utilize the original exhaust mount. So I can actually bring out a mount from that and kind of bring it up and maybe even run it into like this or something. I haven't decided yet. Still got to figure out mufflers as well. I don't really plan on running those big sons of guns. Worst case scenario, I can run a pipe to that, but I have other plans that I'm trying to aim for. But it's hard to plan for mufflers I don't even have yet. So for now, I'm just going to get these pipes to line up, get the base built, and then we'll build everything else after. All right, it is another new day. I kind of took a break last night to think about the header design I want to do. And I actually went inside and put together a couple chairs for Jess for her reading room or whatnot. Anyway, made her happy. So my plan is I'm going to reuse this section of the pipe I made. So this will be the perfect angle I need. And I'll probably chop it off right in here. I like this. I think I'll probably cut these about right there, join them up, and then I'm actually thinking about this tail section. So what's cool is the original heat shields that came with this exhaust will still work here, and they actually extends all the way back to like here. And then the other heat shield will actually still work all the way along here. So at least I'll have something for this portion. But for this section, I'm actually thinking about bringing the exhausts out and then angling them both up, kind of right in here maybe. So just trying to picture that. I don't know if I want to bring them all the way up or just kind of like angle them that way. So I might end up actually having to extend this pipe back a little bit further, and I might actually end up notching that there, maybe taking this curved section up here to get the elbow. The other thing too is with the space here, I should be able to utilize my passenger peg again. This stuff will probably be tucked in a little more as well, but I don't really want to cook it all. All right, I might be getting a little carried away. So on the last version of this motorcycle, I had crash bars. This bike will not have crash bars. I mean, it has the highway peg, so I guess it does, but just in case, I have welded on a massive exhaust mount on this. And I mean, this puppy is on there. It is 120 wall with a threaded hole, so it mounts directly into the frame of the bike. So things should be pretty solid if I ever accidentally drop it. All right, here it is all mounted up. Alrighty, well, I've drawn this video on long enough for 3 days. I know I'm not completely done with the Sportster and there's more to do, but I think everyone sees the direction I'm going with this right now. I'll probably do one more video on this setup and do some road testing. I do have the 4-inch extensions for the front forks, so I want to do some testing before I put those on and then maybe put them on and see what it feels like. Let me know what you guys think, and until next time, take it easy.